what is the story of this group that led them to arrive to where we are today, and what would be the right term to address them in the present day?
Okay, thank you very much, Julia. And indeed, I think it's very important to understand the evolution of HTS, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, from its beginning. And this evolution can also be assessed by looking at the evolution of its leader, Ahmed al-Shara, over the last 20 years or so, and who was also known by his nom de guerre, his kunya, Abu Muhammad al-Jolani. So Ahmed al-Shara, he was born in Syria. He left Iraq in 2003 to fight the Americans alongside Al-Qaeda in Iraq. And so he fought along with Zarqawi, who became the leader of Al-Qaeda in Iraq. He then spent 2 years in prison in Kambuka before being released. And then he fought alongside Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, who would later become the caliph that proclaimed the ISIS caliphate in 2014. And he was also, at one point, Ahmed al-Shara appointed the emir of the Nineveh province in Iraq. So in 2011, he was actually sent by Baghdadi to set up the Syrian branch of the Islamic State of Iraq. At the time, it was the Islamic State of Iraq. And this was an attempt to capitalize on the chaos of the Syrian revolution and to try to jihadize this chaos. And so al-Shara, at the time Jolani, he created Jabhat al-Nusra in 2012, which was at the time an offshoot of the Islamic State of Iraq, which was itself affiliated to Al-Qaeda. And in 2013, Jolani severed ties with the Islamic State of Iraq for a number of reasons. But in particular, he disagreed over what to do in Syria. He refused to be subsumed by the Islamic State of Iraq. And so he severed ties with Baghdadi and pledged allegiance to Zawahiri, the leader of Al-Qaeda. And so the aim at the time for Jolani and for Al-Qaeda was to forge alliances with local groups in Syria in order to establish themselves and set up an emirate that could be a stepping stone toward a caliphate. The difficulty, of course, is that when you have a group that is branded Al-Qaeda, it suffers the consequences of that. So drone attacks, financial sanctions, and so on. And as a result, a number of groups had actually refused to ally themselves with Jabhat al-Nusra, precisely to escape this military pressure, the financial retaliation, and so on. And so in mid-2016, Jolani and Al-Qaeda decided by a mutual agreement that it would be more appropriate to break this allegiance so that Jabhat al-Nusra would be more free and could forge these links with local alliances. So in
Laurence,
2016, yes, in 2016, he announced a rebranding.